Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name's Maggie. Today I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys how I propagate my Hoyas. And for this method, I am going to be strictly using just water. There's other methods that you could propagate like perlite, pumice, leca, moss. There's so many different variations, but today I'm going to keep it simple and just do water. And so I have three types of Hoyas here that they're like my prized possessions. So I kind of don't want to cut them up, but then I also do because two of the three of them are just one vine, and I kind of want to have multiple vines, and also I want to encourage more growth. And in order to encourage more growth, you have to actually chop up your plants. So the very first plant that I have here is my beautiful Hoya ring sand. And this Hoya actually, it was blooming, and it bloomed for me twice already this year, and it actually has more active peduncles, which might probably not be the best time to actually chop it up. But at this point, I just wanted to grow more leaves and not focus so much on the actual blooms. So that is exactly why I decided to chop it up. And so all I have here is my scissors, my water, and then if I ever do feel like it, I also add in some Super Thrive. Super Thrive is great, like it's a little kickstart for your cuttings, or if you import plants, Super Thrive is very helpful. I always have it linked in my description if you guys want to check it out. It's on my Amazon storefronts. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off right here. So right there is exactly where I'm going to go ahead and chop it. There it is. So there is my first cutting right there. As you could see, the node is right there. That's where the leaves kind of grew in. And then where I chopped it is where the other node ended, right there. So now the way I chopped it off, it should push out actually new tendrils from different direction at that point, which is great. However, I'm feeling a little sassy today, so I think I'm gonna continue to chop this guy up and hope for the best. Hopefully I don't regret this, but look how cute it looks. It's like little and chubby now. I like it. So I think I'm gonna do that one more time. Just chop it right there, and I have another cutting. So this long part right here is gonna go ahead in the water, and then those are just gonna stick out. And yeah, we should actually have some roots very soon. So right now is the time to actually propagate because the temperatures are warmer, our humidity is up compared to winter. Okay, this one doesn't want to stay, so I'm gonna have to finick around with it, but yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So this is Hoya ring sand is done. The next one I have right here is Hoya panchoy. So for this Hoya, it's a little bit more full compared to the other ones. It has multiple stems coming out. It's quite full, but this Hoya right here did cost me the most out of these three. So what I want to do is I want to have an insurance policy for this Hoya. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a few pieces, and instead of propagating it and putting it back into the same very pot, I'm going to propagate it and have another pot in somewhere in like a different direction of the house. So this will be in my kitchen, and the other pot might be in my bathroom or something like that. So in case anything happens to the mother plant, the original plants, I still have a backup. So same thing applies here. There are multiple nodes, and the nodes are where the new leaves or the original leaves are growing, as you could see. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut between the leaves where the nodes are, but I'm going to make sure I leave a little bit of a actual stem so I could stick in the water, and that's basically where the new roots are going to grow. So I think I'm going to bring this closer to you guys because you could kind of see a little bit better. All right, I think you guys could see that. So right there is a node, right there is another node, and this right here is another node. So when I cut, I want to cut right here between the two nodes, but also I want to make sure that I'm leaving some stem because this right here is exactly where the new roots will grow. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it didn't go. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Bam! Done. So this right here is my cutting, and this right here is exactly where the new roots will emerge while I propagate it in water. And this right here is just the milkweed coming out from the Hoya, which isn't the worst. I mean, you don't want to eat it or anything like that. But also, if you ever get this white stuff on your actual foliage of the Hoyas, it kind of burns it, in my experience, so I would just kind of be careful with that. So there is the very first cutting of the Hoya Panchoy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and plop it in the water, just like that. So I have one more Hoya, and this right here, out of all 3 of them, is my prized possession. I really adore all 3 Hoyas, but this right here is my Hoya rotundiflora, and I'm a little bit skeptical about wanting to cut this back, and I'm questioning whether I should cut it back, but at the same time, it only is one entire vine. So originally it came with just 5 leaves. And now we are at about over 10 leaves, which is awesome. But at the same time, I want it to be lush and full. So in order to do that, I have to propagate. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this close. This right here is a node, and this right here is a node. So I would cut it, but instead of cutting it like right here, I wanna cut as far down as possible to get this actual stem, because the more of the stem I get, then the more chances of it rooting more successfully, and if for whatever reason it were to rot, I just still have more stem to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop it right there. 3, 2, 1. There is the cute Hoya rotundiflora. I'm gonna go ahead and just plop it in water. Whoops. And there we go. Now we have all 3 cute little Hoyas just chilling in there. So I really like how this looks now. It's kind of almost perfect, but I'm thinking I should do a little more of a chopping. What do you guys think? I wish you guys could kind of interact with me. But I think I'm gonna cut a single node. It's gonna be 2-leaf single node and see how it goes. I've heard that these propagate really well. I've just been really skeptical about wanting to chop it back and messing it up. But there we have it. I already cut it, and there's no going back. Once you cut, you cut. It's like back in the day when I cut my hair to an actual asymmetrical bob, not knowing what the hell I was thinking. I wasn't able to go back. I just had to wait years and years until my hair actually grew out, which is, yeah. I don't know if I would ever do that again. But this is exactly how I propagate. I find water propagation the most easy, versatile. It's very successful. This Hoya rotundiflora is crying like a baby right now and pushing out all this milkweed. But yeah, water is out of our sink. You don't have to have special water in order to propagate. And I just find it very easy, like I said. I think I might do another video on how I propagate in actual perlite. So at that time, if you guys would like me to do that, just leave a comment down below and say yes to perlite propagating method for Hoyas. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and close the video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, maybe learned a thing or two, or maybe you just found it entertaining in some way, shape, or form. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!